Once upon a time, in a small town, there was a dedicated teacher named Mrs. Anderson. She had a passion for teaching that radiated through her every action. Her classroom, though modest in size, was a vibrant hub of learning and warmth. Mrs. Anderson's journey into teaching began with a simple belief that every child has the potential to shine if given the right guidance. She embraced the diversity of her students, each with their unique strengths and challenges. Her goal was not just to impart knowledge, but to nurture young minds with care and understanding. One of her students, a shy boy named Jack, struggled with reading. Mrs. Anderson recognized his difficulty and decided to take a personalized approach. She spent extra time with Jack, patiently helping him sound out words and discover the magic of storytelling. Slowly but surely, Jack's confidence grew, and so did his love for books. In her classroom, learning wasn't confined to textbooks. Mrs. Anderson believed in the power of real world experiences. She organized field trips to local museums, parks, and even invited guest speakers to share their expertise. These experiences transformed the classroom into a dynamic space where curiosity thrived. As the school year progressed, Mrs. Anderson faced challenges. Limited resources sometimes tested her creativity, but she never let it deter her spirit. She improvised teaching aids, encouraged interactive learning, and fostered a sense of community among her students. One rainy afternoon, the power went out in the school. Instead of letting it disrupt the class, Mrs. Anderson seized the opportunity. Armed with flashlights and a stock of books, she turned the unexpected outage into a magical storytelling session. The flickering lights and the pattern of rain against the windows created an atmosphere of enchantment. Beyond academics, Mrs. Anderson emphasized the importance of kindness and empathy. She encouraged her students to collaborate on projects, share their ideas, and support each other. The classroom became a safe haven where students not only learned about math and science but also about friendship and respect. As the end of the school year approached, Mrs. Anderson wanted to leave a lasting impact on her students. She organized a career day where professionals from various fields visited the class to talk about their jobs. The students were inspired by the diverse possibilities that awaited them, and their dreams expanded beyond the confines of the classroom. On the last day of school, there was a palpable sense of gratitude in the air. Mrs. Anderson received handmade cards and heartfelt messages from her students, thanking her for being more than just a teacher. She had become a mentor, a guide, a source of inspiration. The following year, Mrs. Anderson former students moved on to the higher grades, carrying with them the lesson she had imparted. Some became avid readers, others pursued careers sparked by the career day experience. Mrs. Anderson's impact rippled through the community, leaving an enduring legacy. In the years that followed, Mrs. Anderson continued to teach with the same passion and dedication. She believed that education was not just a job, but a calling to shape the future. Her story became a beacon of inspiration, reminding everyone that a teacher's influence extended far beyond the confines of a classroom. Mrs. Anderson's simple English class had transformed into a rich tapestry of learning, love, and lifelong lessons.